Are you barely getting ready for the show?
What are you talking about?
You're barely doing your cards.
No, I'm just organizing.
Organizing.
I'm just organizing. All right.
You gonna do this? You gonna do the show solo like a spacewalk?
It's not hard to do.
Oh, really?
It's kind of lonely. It's like space lonely.
So now you can tell the difference at Live Well. A box spring from a memory foam. Now you're gonna take one home, so you can change and finally take control of what you learned on Fishbowl.
I'm not
Hi,
sure.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Melanie.
You stuck in there again?
Yeah.
One of these days you're gonna learn.
For some reason there was a lot of condensation in there.
Yeah, it's
I just
because
felt
you
it
were
drip.
dying.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Couldn't
kinda...
be what it is. This is Fishbowl, our weekly get-together with you guys to help you when you are mattress shopping, when you're furniture shopping, and to teach you all about buying it the right way, and to give you great sleep tips and...
Space puns? Sleep puns.
We tried.
Space Odyssey Adventures.
No.
Space updates?
No. Yeah, actually, did you know that the Voyager is sending back mysterious signals?
Yeah, they've been covering more UFO stuff now than they have in a lot of time.
I think they're prepping us.
I'm getting ready for the UFO festival coming
Are
up
you?
in July.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
look
think
at
I
you.
might try to make it over the mountain for that.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You'll be one of very few because gas at that point will be $6 a gallon. Yeah, it's because you got a big cabeza.
How do glasses work in outer space? I
They
wonder about
don't.
that.
That's why you've never seen a astronaut with glasses.
So what do? They got contacts or they just get the LASIK? They probably have space LASIK.
They have space LASIK, yes they
Yeah. You don't want your contact lens is kind of floating off into space.
do. Yeah, no.
That would be hard. You're like, oh man, there now it's invisible.
There's a whole new meaning to first contacts.
Yeah, first contact.
That was good, Kelly.
Yeah.
Ba-doom-tsh.
Anyway, so how was your week?
I feel like this week was busy.
Really?
Lots of phone calls.
Good,
Lots of people visiting.
good. I was gone half the week. I was in Carlsbad
Maybe that's why it was so busy as I was manning the ship.
all alone. Rowing.
Oh, that is why it felt so busy is because I was doing
Yep.
my job and your job
Yep.
ish.
Yep. In Carlsbad, I had approximately maybe 15 minutes of busy time. It is very dead over there, unfortunately. But we had plenty of.
You experienced
do
a
things.
dust devil ish, like dust
No,
storm.
I experienced a
Dust storm?
haboob. I would call it a haboob without the
Yeah.
sand. It was insane. Like instant hurricane winds, and then like half an hour later, they're gone.
And it got really dark.
Very dark.
It got really dark
the
because the
smoke
smoke mixed
appeared.
with the dirt,
Yep.
and it was nasty.
It was intense. Yeah. And then you guys were scrambling out there to put the feather flags up, so I guess you guys had some weather too.
We had a big a big
Dust devil?
giant,
Oh.
and it was coming straight at the guys. Or
Not a-
maybe that was what came through. I don't know. I couldn't calculate it.
Wow, look at your little gloves.
I drove to work like this morning.
Did you have a spaceship?
Uh-huh.
Otherwise known as a Toyota?
Yeah, I was like, this is my little Toyota. I was listening to some space music, Doctor Who.
Did you have the Jetson sound?
I was looking for that one. I just kind of put in Doctor Who, and it jived.
Doctor Who.
The theme track.
Doctor Who has a theme track?
Like hundreds.
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's sad.
Nobody
So-
does.
Nobody does. So, explain these to me, because
I
we
brought this.
Look at how small these are. These are little tiny Coke cans.
I was really excited to hear about this. So this came out, this product by Coca-Cola. It's a limited edition Starlight.
Limited edition.
I
All
thought
right.
this was kind of funny because I found this just shortly after Elon tweeted about putting the Coke back into Coca-Cola. So this is called Starlight Limited Edition, and it's space flavored. That's right, I said it, space
flavor. I'm going to open mine.
Okay.
I have not tasted this yet. Melanie's actually tasted one.
I did.
Kelly,
did.
you're open yours?
So I want to hear what you think. Did you smell it first, like wine?
No, because...
First, you got to get the smell. It's different. It's space flavored. It's what Coke would taste like in space.
Did you taste it yet?
Yeah. Boysenberry?
Oh, that's different.
That's what it makes
Folks.
me think of boysenberry.
Folks, you got to run to the store and pick this up. It's actually very different. It's very good. I have cotton candy. And then I have, okay.
But you only have cotton candy because Gav spilled the beans.
Well, no.
So that's on the forefront of your imagination.
So here's what I also have. Because we have those milk house candles. And some of these some of the milk house candles taste like this.
You've been eating the candles?
It tastes like candles.
The smell taste.
I feel like it's very fruity. It's definitely fruity. It's definitely deep, like space. It's a deep fruit. A deep, dark fruit.
I really like it.
I also get hints of vanilla. It's like a fruity vanilla, but not cherry vanilla.
No.
It's like definitely like a berry vanilla, but cotton candy. Like, oh, you know what it is?
Actually, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Did either of you ever used to go into like a gas station and go to the fountain and take a little bit of every single
Oh, like a suicide? Yeah.
It's a little bit of everything.
It's what it tastes like.
It's going to
Every
space
possible
suicide?
Coca-Cola flavor.
It's very good.
I got
like
a
it.
little bit of cream soda in there. It reminds me of Airheads. I can't determine if it's the blue Airhead or the white one. I think it's the white Airhead.
Definitely cotton candy for me. All right, so it's time for our first question. Oh my gosh. We're going to take a quick intermission because one of us forgot our show notes.
And it wasn't me.
And we're back. All right, so.
I am so hungry. Did you know that I have recently decided I have a problem in my sleep where I eat in my sleep?
You eat in your sleep?
Uh-huh.
Why?
I'm not really sure.
Really?
I just, in the middle of the night, I repeatedly wake up and I eat and I find evidence. Like sometimes I'll find wrappers and stuff in my bed. I think they call it insomnia.
That was
You
awesome.
said you had a wrapper in your bed. I was thinking Snoop Dogg.
All right, so first question from the Fishbowl today is, how do you know when your mattress has a warranty issue? I think this is more like we could say this is, what is a mattress warranty? What does it cover? So, when you have that question come up, because I know all of us have that question come up, what do you explain? How do you explain it?
Okay, so a typical mattress warranty is like 12 years, manufacturer warranty. That covers the side, the seams, the stitching, the quilted layer top, the layers in between, and all of the steel coils. Okay, so if any of those components break down or wear down, then the warranty would cover that.
Right.
But it's very important to keep your mattress in pristine condition because if that's giving me a little bit of hiccups. If there are any sort of like little stains, and I'm not talking big stains, I'm talking small stains, like maybe you wake up with a bloody nose and it goes through your, and you just have one little drop of blood, that will completely void your warranty. So we always encourage you to purchase a mattress protector with us at the same time, because if it's on the receipt at that time, the mattress protector will cover your warranted mattress in case of accidents.
Yep.
Did I answer that?
Yes, you did. Yeah. Now, one thing, so we get a lot of people that say that our bed has a body impression. Okay?
Right.
So body impressions are the majority of our warranty calls, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Okay.
the last one was that they had a hump in the middle. They had a
Right.
king and 2 body impressions, and there was just a big hump in the middle.
Right.
That was the biggest
So,
complaint.
so sometimes what happens is with the body impression, depending on the mattress, because pillow tops have that little false loft that's in there, that develops a body impression really quickly. Now on a pillow top, the divot isn't even like a divot. It's more like just to the eye because it's all false loft. It's just a pillow top, literally a pillow top. Okay. So with that, some of the manufacturers will go as deep as 2 inches.
Okay.
Which that's a very prevalent dip. So pillow tops, just be aware that they're going to be pickier on that one. However, with a firm or with a plush mattress, if you get a body impression anywhere from 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches, that is full coverage on your warranty, and that's what you're looking for. So how do you measure it? Is that what you asked? Yes, that's what you asked. So what you do is you take a
I'm
broomstick.
just listening intently.
Yeah. So anyways, you take a broomstick, and what you do is you lay it across the divot. So the divot's right here, right? So you put the broomstick, you have the divot, and you take a ruler and you put it in front of the broomstick. And if that ruler is showing 1.5 inches to 1 inch, or I'm sorry, 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches, take a picture, and you've got warranty on it.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That's how we handle it. Yeah.
That's excellent.
All right,
Yep.
cool. Well, with that, we are going to Mel's Crazy.
That's already this time of the
It's
show.
already this time of the show. Hypothetical.
Now, there isn't a distinctive comma right there.
There's not a comma, it's an apostrophe.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It's a catastrophe. All right, so what do you got this week? Because you've
Okay.
had some lame hypotheticals recently.
Well, I really put a lot of thought and effort into this one.
Did
I think
you?
I came up with it 5 minutes before the show.
Oh, good. These are the better ones.
Legitimately, like sometimes I feel like maybe I try too hard to organize things. So tonight in this show, I just decided I was just gonna it's off the cuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
yeah.
Let's say
Let's say.
you could create your own
Okay.
soda,
Okay.
okay, of any flavor.
Okay.
What would your favorite mix combo be?
Cherry vanilla Coke.
You're a cherry vanilla Coke person?
I love cherry vanilla Coke.
But no, you could create something that isn't a standard Coke. Like not a standard flavor. Like you're creating something new. Like this is new. It's the taste of space. It's space flavored.
Okay.
So you need a new flavored. Like space doesn't have a
I know what
flavor.
he would do, but he hasn't thought of it yet.
Space flavored.
I think blueberry Coke would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I think he's missing the point.
I think so too, because when I say what I think it is, that he's going to go, oh yeah.
What would I create? I don't know.
Space flavored.
A cold brew coffee soda.
Ooh, cold brew coffee soda. So you would carbonate cold brew. I love
Coffee flavored soda.
Yes. From now on, Kelly is my creative manager.
I think I would do a pickle soda. Like a pickled soda.
I'm not gonna lie, I love pickle juice.
Like you get pickle
I
juice.
love pickle juice.
And on road trips, I love pickle juice.
I love pickle juice.
They got
Yes,
some really good pickle juice in Tularosa
they do.
at the truck stop. Oh,
Ooh,
they
I'm
got
gonna
the
grab
best,
some.
and they have jugs of pickle juice. You can buy it by the quart.
Yeah, I love.
I
pickle
would
juice.
definitely have a pickle flavored.
So you would carbonate pickle juice.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I
That's
would carbonate pickle juice.
cold brew with carbonation to me sounds wonderful. So yes, hypothetically, I would create that because Kelly has my.
I bet you could make. I
creative-
bet you could mix pickle juice with some tonic.
You do. It's called. There is a drink with pickle juice in it.
Is that it's in a can?
No, you
Oh.
make it. It's a mixed drink.
So sodas are pretty sweet.
Yep.
So it'd have to be the sweet pickles. I don't like the sweet
yucky.
pickle juice.
That's my favorite pickle.
You like the sweet pickle?
Bread and butter and sweet pickles.
So
Yeah.
we could have a whole line. We could have the sweet pickle, the dill pickle, and then we could have soda sauerkraut.
With that, we're going to go to break
Like
before
bitters?
she comes up with something else.
It's been a long time in the making. We can't believe you've come this far. From your first tiny steps to your first swimming lessons, we've watched you grow. We have spent our most cherished moments together building this future and learning as one. celebrating birthdays, wins, and losses together. Now it's time for you to take on the world. We thought we were teaching you, but this whole time you've been teaching us what's important in life. From our family to yours, congratulations to all of the graduating seniors out there.
Hi, I'm Gretchen from Live Well, and I'm the host of Unique in the Boutique, where I bring you interesting items for you in your home, from soaps to lotions, from pajamas to socks. I bring you our best selections from our Live Well Boutique. Please join me every Monday night for our new release of Unique in the Boutique. You can join us on either our YouTube channel or on our Facebook. I look forward to seeing you.
Why are you always eating when we come back from break?
I'm starving. I'm eating some cheese balls. You want some cheese balls? I thought
do
it would be
not.
like space balls.
It is not. It's nothing like Spaceballs.
They're so good. And they make your fingers all cheesy.
Yeah, your Schwartz is not bigger than mine. It's a Spaceballs joke.
Yeah, I know. My favorite one is when they're combing the desert.
Oh, I love the combing the
My
desert.
favorite one is, honey, she doesn't look Jewish.
Jewish.
Yeah, no, Spaceballs was amazing. All right, so
Hey, did you hear? This was breaking news today.
What?
That scientists finally discovered the right and exact amount of sleep that a human needs.
really,
They made that announcement today.
Cool.
It was
What
a
is it?
big thing. Just 5 minutes more.
anyways, all right, so it's time for our item of the week. What do you have this week?
This week, I chose Tencel.
You chose Tencel.
Premium sheets. These
Okay.
are Tencel fibers.
Okay.
These are fantastic, and they are derived from eucalyptus trees,
Okay. Lyocell.
lyocell.
'Cause I learned
These
this from last week's show.
Eucalyptus are sustainably harvested and grown.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick wicking material. I mean, these sheets dry in the dryer in like 3 to 5 minutes. It's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Okay.
They're quick dry. They're going to have an icy cool feeling when you get into the bed.
Yes, they are.
The ones here by Pure Care, which is their Elements line, they have really thick elastic bands, so it's not going to pop off at the corners when you're adjusting your base. They also have precision fit corners on them, so they have a nice snug fit. I love these sheets. They are probably a bit too chilly in the wintertime, so it's
Way
definitely a
too
summer
chilly.
sheet that you want to have.
Yeah, I'll vouch for the way too chilly. Yeah.
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 And
One
so-
past October, you cannot use these sheets. It gets too cold.
These are my favorite sheets, and if you feel them, I can't feel them with this hand because it's covered in cheese.
Yeah.
Balls.
No, it's got
But
really
this
good
one
feel
is
to it.
super awesome.
I have these at home. It's got a really good feel to it.
Doesn't that feel great?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Except for if it's cold in your bedroom, that doesn't have a really good feel to it because it's so cold on your back. You're like this for the first 5 minutes.
Some people love that.
I do not.
Some people sleep really hot. So, and what I really like about all of their pillowcases and everything is that they have the enveloping pillowcases, which keep your pillow from falling out. So
Mm-hmm. And that works too.
those are wonderful.
Yeah, ever since we switched over to Pure Care, our quality of sheets has gone up like tenfold. I love them. I love them a lot. Yeah.
Massively. And they're the only ones I know that have the silver chloride incorporated into the fabric to keep it antimicrobial. That's huge. Even though we live in the dry desert, on a microbial level, you know, you're sweating in your sheets.
Right,
You
exactly.
sleep in them night after night. And the silver chloride will help keep it clean until your next wash.
Yep. And it's
Super.
antimicrobial, antifungal, correct?
Antifungal. So definitely,
yep.
you know, good for your skin and also great for respiratory stuff. And if you have allergies or asthma, these are the sheets that you want. Now, we don't just have Tencel. That's the ones we're featuring right now because it's getting to be pretty hot here. But we also have like good year-round sheets, which are bamboo, and they have modal and a whole array of different types of sheets
Most
in this
importantly,
line.
Salient, which it's subject, totally different subject. We're not going to.
Salient sheets are coming up. So
yeah,
that's
it's a tangent, but
Oh
just
my goodness.
trust us when we get them. You guys are going to love them. All right, so it is time for question number 2. Question number 2. Today, you had question number 2. Do you know what it was? What is the what is the proper bed height?
Oh, that was a big one. That was a wonderful couple that came in too.
Yes.
So the older gentleman was concerned about the height of the bed at first.
Right.
And when he first came into the store, he sat down on a bed, but he was like, "Oh, I don't want this one. It's too low." he preferred something higher. Now, all of our beds that are on display on the floor have differing heights, so we can always go higher or lower. We can adjust the height of your bed. It's going to be different. And we also need to know how high your current bed frame sits off the ground, or if
Right.
you're going to be using a steel frame or a platform bed. All of those things come into play
Yep.
in the final. So we can, if you have a pre-existing platform, you may want to choose a lower mattress instead of something that's really thick, unless you want a tall bed. So
Yep.
bed height, don't get confused when you're purchasing a new mattress about the mattress itself, because what goes under the mattress
Is what
is
controls.
variable. Okay, so your mattress, then the foundation.
Yep. And what you were talking about with the existing bed frame that they have, like people's bedroom furniture, we've gone so far as to have people stick a measuring tape from the slats down to the floor, so that way I can know what the height is, so that way we can take the correct foundation, so that way the bed is at the right height. Now, your proper bed height should be erase the word probably, to the bottom of your butt cheek.
Buttocks.
But their buttocks, yeah. The bottom of your butt cheek is actually where the mattress should be. And that reason is because you can sit on the bed perfectly that way, okay? And you can get into bed easily. But if your bed was any lower, you would actually be squatting down, which is easy, but getting to squat up, a lot of people, as we age, we're going to have a harder time with that. So if you get it at the proper height, you can just lean on that bed, get into bed, step out of bed, and be able to just stand up easier.
Right.
That's why bed height is so important.
And if it's if your mattress is too low and you're really tall, then you're having to go down way low and come up way high.
Yep.
So that is so important. And now we're talking about existing platforms or standard foundations, but when you move into the realm of adjustable bases, okay, the legs underneath the adjustable base come in different heights. So we can have 2 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches.
You can, I mean, it goes all the way to 11 inches, but what we've done also is we had a gentleman that had Lou Gehrig's disease, and I don't remember what the acronym is for it, but he had Lou Gehrig's, and we had to reach a specific height of his wheelchair. ALS, yes. And we couldn't figure out, we couldn't get the right legs. I made 3 orders on legs, nothing happened. So that it was at that point that we decided, you know what, let's just grind them. So we actually ground the legs down to make the perfect height to match his wheelchair. Yeah, so there's custom jobs that need to be done all the time, and that's one of them.
And some of these can go directly on the floor with no legs. They can be placed completely on the floor, or they can be the legs removed and placed on an existing platform. So
Right. We've done them on the floor.
So the most important thing to start with is what mattress is best for your body, and then the rest kind of falls into play. That comes after we choose what type of mattress. Then we start coupling it with the adjustable base.
Mattress fit, and then height, and then if you want adjustable base.
And you also want to make sure that even though it looks nice to have it up high, and that may afford some, you might think, storage. You need to be mindful. There is some storage there, but you have moving parts, and you don't want any of those parts to rub. There's a lot of wires and stuff underneath that you want to be mindful of. So
and just overall safety. Of falling out of bed. Don't get a bed that's way too high. Yep. All right. So with that, we have another break. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Let's make this love last till Valentine's. Let's spend this night together. Let this fire burn inside our hearts. Let us soak in all the pleasure. Now that the rain is slowly pitter-patting, we are lost inside our lover's nest. We don't need the world, we just need us. What if we'd stay like this for
all this talk about king mattresses and queen mattresses has got me really thinking.
What are you thinking about?
Well, where does the prince sleep?
In the twin.
No, in air mattress.
Boo.
H-E-I-R, an air mattress.
That's, yeah.
I thought it was
Folks,
good.
This is what we get when we let her come up with all the puns.
That's scary. So, what was your favorite scene? Oh, no, you already said sweeping the desert.
We're combing the desert.
Yeah,
they were
combing the
combing
desert.
it because they had
Yeah,
combs
the
and
big
picks.
comb, yeah.
Man, we ain't found.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that one, and I also like where the Yoda character is all like, God willing, we'll meet again in the second Spaceballs to search for more money. That's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One of
I
my
think I might go.
favorites is, when is this in the movie? Now. What do you mean now? This is happening now.
Oh, I remember that scene. Yeah, that was a good scene. All right, so it's time for question number 3. Are you ready for question number 3?
Oh, I was just daydreaming about my dream job.
What's your dream job? This is your dream job.
You know
You
what?
told me that when I was giving you the raise last week.
You know what would be a dream job?
What?
Is if I got paid to sleep.
You do.
No, I don't get paid to sleep. Like that would be my job. Like all I have to do is sleep.
Oh,
That's a dream job.
I get it.
Like I
get
could
it at
sleep on the
first.
different mattresses. You could be like, okay, try this one out with this combo.
Yeah.
And then I could tell you on a scale of like 1 to 10 how I slept that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, right
Anyways.
now you have the only job you're allowed to lay down on the job.
That's true. I
That
made a
is-
video of that today.
That is true.
And
That is
posted
very
it
true.
on Facebook.
All right, so question number 3. These are your questions. So these are questions we get throughout the week. These are questions that are either called in, people come in and ask them, they email us, or even text nowadays. So today's third question is, what is the big deal about Tencel sheets? Wow, that's pretty timely. So what's the big deal about Tencel sheets? I've seen your commercial about them several times now, and everything you say is how much cooler they are when you sleep in them.
Okay.
So,
This is awesome. I can
Yeah.
do a scientific experiment.
a scientific experiment,
All right.
okay?
So I've chosen cotton. So
Okay.
this is, a lot of people love cotton.
I know
It's
why
like-
you chose it. Yeah, a lot of people love it.
They love it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
it is wonderful, pretty year round. Now, it does get a little bit warmer in the summertime, but it's, you know, this is kind of what we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just kind of very down-homey, right?
It's grandma's sheets.
Grandma's sheets. So,
Yep.
cotton. But I'm going to breathe through these sheets. So
You're gonna
these
breathe
are the
through 'em.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
I'm ready. How
Can
warm
you hear
did that feel?
Oh my gosh, I could barely breathe. Now, am I breathing through both?
Yeah,
or
you're
just
breathing
one?
through both. Yeah. You're gonna try and breathe through what? Just one? Okay.
Just one, because that's like
Okay.
more like a sheet
Okay.
instead of a pillowcase.
How warm does that feel?
Like super warm.
Super warm? What are you trying to prove here?
Trying to get close to the microphone.
Oh, okay. All right. So you just breathe through it. Are you having a hard time breathing through it? Or is it-
Yeah, I think
okay.
I think if my face mask was made out of this, I would be like not doing very well.
Okay. All right. So you breathe through that. You're having a harder time breathing
It feels
through
hot.
it. Okay.
Okay, so this one with the Tencel.
Okay.
All right, this doesn't seem COVID friendly, but nobody. Well, okay, here we go. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but here we go. This is Tencel. Okay, let me go single.
I don't know.
Is it supposed to feel different or something?
Yes, it's supposed to. Is it not?
Ready?
We may have to edit this segment if it's not. You're drooling on my sheets.
I think that maybe I can't tell the difference. Okay. Can you hear difference? It sounds a little bit different.
Well, I
think
can
could definitely hear.
honestly see the
Can
light.
you feel the air coming through?
Yes, I can feel the air coming through.
Okay, now in the cotton.
Okay. I think we blew the scientific experiment, but she's gonna blow on me now. So
No, I couldn't.
There's no air.
There, and that kind of puts pressure back in my lungs. Okay,
Okay.
so it works.
Okay.
You just have to be focused.
You just have to be focused. So what was your point through all this? That you can blow air through it? Oh, it's airy.
Breathability.
Oh,
So,
breathability.
like,
Okay.
Now, okay, so breathable sheets. We got some because these ones are more like the more
Thread count.
Thread counts that you add to the sheets, the more thick they get. You know, some people be like, "Oh, I've got these. What's the thread count?" That was kind of an advertising
That's
ploy.
always been what people ask. What's the thread count on this? Well, thread count means warmth.
It's a blanket. And so then you have this one with, it's got, and you can even see more sunlight coming through.
Yeah.
Like I can totally see.
Yeah, that's what
not
I was saying.
sunlight, but I can see the stage lights coming through there. That's
Yep.
super awesome. But you also have quick wicking. So if you've ever gone backpacking or hiking or exercising and you know that material that just kind of pulls the sweat off of your body so it dries, that's what's going to happen. But with cotton, when you sweat in cotton, it holds that moisture against your body and you can either get like sticky cold or you can get clammy hot. So it's not wicking. And
Yeah.
that's, okay, so a Tencel sheets for king size, you're looking at about $260
Around there, yeah.
somewhere around there. Now that may sound like a lot for sheets, but if you think about how much we spend for a pair of brand new shoes, or we spend for a brand new pair of pants, or just a couple of shirts, these are something that you sleep on every single night
For years.
For years.
For years.
Okay, so if you purchase them now, they're going to last you a very long time. And they're up against your body. Think of how comfortable it is to feel
It's
like
extremely
you're
comfortable.
in really nice clothing that's really comfortable. You want comfortable sheets.
I will tell you that having the air conditioner on you with these sheets makes you want to put a blanket on because they're that breathable. At first I didn't understand your science experiment, but now I'm with you.
So it's so important to sleep cool, especially in the summertime, because if you're sleeping hot, you're not going into a deep sleep. You're not really going into a restorative
Right.
sleep because you're kind of tossing and turning.
That's
you're
why
not
there's
getting
so
your
many
deep
moody
wave.
people, right?
Moody?
Moody people in the summer because they're not
Yeah.
sleeping through the night.
Right, and they're because it's like 120 here sometimes, so you really need coolness, cool sleep, and you need to lower your body temperature in order to get into that deep
Yep.
sleep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's very good.
Oh man, speaking
It's-
of hotness, I am so excited about the upcoming like camping. I'm a big camper. And so we're getting all of our camping stuff ready to go to the mountains here soon.
Cool. Except they closed the forest.
I know, that's really sad. So we might have to go somewhere else. But
I ruined your pun.
no, because I
Darn,
bought a
I
new
was going-
sleeping bag.
You bought a new sleeping bag. Okay.
Yeah, it's the first one I've bought in a really long time.
Uh-huh.
But I can't figure out how to wake it up.
All right. With that, it's time for Stump
Try.
the Chump. Stump the Chump,
Oh, I
people.
thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Kelly, did you think it was funny? I think you had stopped listening. Deliveries.
All right. So
It's a good thing I don't work in delivery.
Stump the Chump. So I know what your questions are going to be about because, well, I know what they're about every week because you actually read out loud. So go ahead and ask your first question.
Okay. For some reason, I wasn't on the same page with you, but now I am. I was thinking about space corgis. Okay. My question number 1 is, what is GERD?
GERD. Oh my. That's almost like a question that I asked last week. It's called gastroesophageal.
Oh no, really?
Yep.
So, what is
I thought I
GERD?
said, maybe that's why it was at the top of my forefront.
Disorder.
Okay, it's I don't even know how to say this.
Esophageal.
Gastroesophageal reflux disease.
Reflux
Can you
disease,
spell
yes.
gastroesophageal?
I could, but I'm not going to.
Try it. Gastroesophageal.
G-A. Okay, what does it have to do with sleep?
Okay, so it occurs when stomach acid frequently flows back up.
Okay.
Okay. And there's like this little flap right here between your stomach and your esophagus.
Uh-huh.
And if that flap doesn't close right, it causes, when you're laying down, the acid to come back up. Okay, and it can be indigestion. I once had an endoscopy, actually twice. That's a weird experience. Not necessarily a bad experience, but definitely interesting.
At least last week you didn't bring this up.
Yeah, so
That was a strong hint.
they have good drugs for that, so you forget what's happening to you, so you don't like get put out because you have your gag reflex. But they actually give you a dose of medication that makes you forget. And so
Makes you forget that this question was asked last week.
I remember the last time it happened, my mom picked me up,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of was coming out of whatever that medicine
Very
was.
same question.
And I remember being in the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
and then I forget, and then we're in the car, and then I forget, and then all of a sudden we're in a New Mexican food restaurant that sells like red and green chili enchiladas and tacos that is across the street. I have no idea why my mom chose really acidic foods when I just had an endoscopy for
Maybe she didn't
acid reflux. I love my
know.
mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was hilarious. Okay,
Yeah,
so I
it's-
got sidetracked. So, GERD occurs when it's chronic heartburn.
It's chronic heartburn.
And it can irritate the lining of your esophagus.
Sure can. All right, so my first
It happened again, didn't
my
it?
first question is, what is the ideal sleep temperature?
I'm going to say 68 degrees
It is
Fahrenheit.
It is 60 degrees to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. 60 to 67 is the ideal sleep
I
temperature.
was 1 degree off.
Yep,
Who sleeps in a room that's 60 degrees? That's chilly, freezing.
me.
What, really? You
Yeah.
go that cold?
Oh, I love it. It's wonderful.
Did you know the bed jet that we sell has a bio thing?
That's a bio thing. So
I just
BedJet
meant
is a cooling
a biorhythm
cooling unit
sensor.
for your bed.
It has biorhythms in it, so
Yes.
you can program this device.
Mhm.
It blows hot and cold air
Mhm.
under your covers.
Right.
Okay, and it has a little tube that's like this.
Yep.
It's just like that.
Yep,
And
comes up
it
under your
plugs
sheets.
into your bed, and then it blows that air. But you can bio set it so that at certain times of the night time it goes colder. So it starts out
Right.
kind of maybe around 68,
Mm-hmm.
and then it plunges you as you fall asleep. It plunges you colder, and then
Yep.
as you wake up, it warms up.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
cool.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, what is your question?
Number 2.
Uh-huh.
What other complications can result from untreated GERD?
Untreated GERD. Esophageal cancer is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Erosion of the esophagus, which can actually change your voice and deepen your voice. And then I don't know what the third one is.
Okay. Now, some people will sometimes mistake like really chronic heartburn for a heart attack.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very similar. Sometimes that feeling can be very similar to a heart attack. If you're not sure, you need to go get that checked out. You may
Yep.
need to go to the emergency room. It can be very, very painful. So you need to make sure that you're not having a heart attack.
Stop eating pizza before bed. Okay.
But things that can happen, exactly, heart disease. Okay, wait, no. Well, that could be what it feels like, but it can also cause nausea, bad breath, trouble breathing, because it can eat and erode away your esophagus. So it causes breathing problems, coughing, swallowing. It can cause you to vomit. It wears away our tooth enamel because
Yeah,
the
that's
stuff
what I
is
was wondering.
coming up into our mouth. And it can cause lumps in our throat. So there's a lot of stuff, including a lingering cough, laryngitis, asthma, and sleep problems. So
wow.
you really need to get it looked at, and you need to make steps to take care of it.
Good, good. All right, I've got one.
Okay.
What is beta-amyloid?
Whoa, that sounds important, whatever it is. It sounds like something maybe inside of your brain.
Okay, so beta-amyloid is metabolic waste product that's found in the fluid between brain cells, the neurons. A buildup of beta-amyloid,
Okay.
a buildup of beta-amyloid is linked to impaired brain function and Alzheimer's disease. So beta-amyloid is actually a protein that's in between the brain cells of your neurons.
And this happens to form and build up if you are sleep deprived.
Right, very good. Okay, your next question.
Maybe that's part of my problem. Okay. I've got to build up a plaque. Okay. What foods help prevent... I saw that. What foods help prevent acid reflux?
What foods? I don't know.
Okay, so I chose a couple. Now, some of them are like whole grains,
Okay.
okay, or quinoa's, rices, brown rices if you don't, if you need to be not gluteny.
Because gluten can cause heartburn.
It can. If
Okay.
you're gluten sensitive, it can cause heartburn. It can cause a lot of digestional stuff. But if you're not, then oatmeal and stuff, that's easy on the stomach.
Okay.
Or toast.
Okay.
But we're looking at alkaline foods, so there's a pH scale for foods. Some are more acidic, more basic. Those acidic foods are the troublemakers, and those are the ones you want to
Tomatoes.
kind of like, you want to neutralize those out. So those are going to be things like pizza, fatty foods, fatty meats, cheese,
Fried.
alcohols, fried foods, those kinds of things. Those can really flare it up. So you need to identify the foods that can cause a problem. Spicy stuff, jalapeno-y stuff.
Oh, no.
Okay, but you want to combat that with an alkaline food.
Okay.
These are things like bananas, melons, cauliflower.
Where are potatoes in this?
They don't list any
Oh,
potatoes.
okay.
But I would think that those are probably not very acidic at all.
Yeah, because they're from the
It's a
ground.
starch.
I mean, they're
If
definitely
they do
a
list
starch.
root vegetables like sweet potatoes.
Okay.
So I think the roots would be fine. Carrots. It's better to have cooked vegetables. And then also so that's your alkaline foods. And then if you were to incorporate more watery foods, that would dilute the stomach acid and make it more tolerable.
That's why watermelon works for me, right?
Watermelon is great. Watermelon, cantaloupe before bedtime is excellent. Broth-based soups and herbal teas. Cucumbers are very soothing to your stomach lining
Herbal
as
teas,
well.
I never thought of that. Yeah, yeah, okay.
So aloe juice and those types of things. Now, the biggest thing is that you want to not eat a big meal at nighttime. Okay, so
Right.
put your meals closer to the middle of your day. Have a bigger meal early afternoon or early evening, and just snack in the evening time. I have switched my eggs and my oatmeal and my sandwich, my real light stuff, to dinner time. But you need to make sure you eat enough that you're not fasting all night and all day.
Good.
So yeah,
All right,
so
good.
those things can help.
Good stuff, yeah.
Other things, low-fat milk. So a lot of times people say, well, drink a glass of
That's
milk
right.
with your
That's a base.
spaghetti, right?
That's a base, yeah.
Okay, if you go whole milk, that fat is going to make more acid to break down the fat. But if you go low-fat milk, that's a good coating. Low-fat yogurt, ginger, lemon water will
Wow.
actually neutralize the acid. You would think it's more acid on top, but things like lemon water and apple cider vinegar will neutralize the acid.
Very interesting. All right. So, how does sleep clear beta-amyloid? This is a brand new study, so I don't expect you to know this.
Well, I'm really smart, so I'm going to give it a good go.
Give it a go. And then I'll tell you how
I
wrong you are.
think it allows something else to come in there and sweep it off.
Okay. All right. So,
Kind of like a little pipe cleaner.
how sleep. This is how sleep. Yeah. So, how does sleep clear beta amyloid? So, this is brand new research. Okay. So there is
Brand new science.
Yes, there is a bunch of cells called glial cells. Okay, and they control.
What were they called?
Glial.
Are you sure that's what
I'm
it's called?
positive. It's
Glial?
It's right there.
Glial?
Glial cells. And they control the flow in between the cells in the brain. Okay? And when you're awake, these cells, okay, they swell the area between the neurons, okay? Keeping the beta amyloid in between the neurons, okay? And so when you're awake, that's happening because that's part of the process of keeping you awake, all right? So when you're asleep, the glial cells stop the swelling. So what happens is the swelling stops and the space between the neurons gets bigger, okay? Allowing for the beta amyloid to be swept away. Just like what you said, yeah.
Swept away.
So the beta
away,
amyloid
okay.
during
It goes-
sleep is able to be swept away, and that's what clears the plaque away from between your neurons.
That's awesome.
That is very, very awesome.
That's very cleansing.
It's very cleansing. No, that's the whole point. Yes. So sleep is cleansing, and sleep will keep your mind bright and sharp.
Oh,
and
sleep is so.
Not have you wear space gloves and a space helmet.
Hey, I just sleep better like that.
Sleep is wonderful.
Oh, well, did you know that when you're dreaming in color, that it's a pigment of your imagination?
It's time for Eat Well to Live Well. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, this is Melanie and this is Eat Well to Live Well. Are you having a hard time falling asleep and staying asleep because chronic or severe heartburn and indigestion has you tossing and turning as you struggle night after night, propping yourself up with pillows until finally you pass out from pure exhaustion? Well, you might be suffering from something known as GERD. GERD is also known as gastroesophageal reflux disease. According to an article published on hopkinsmedical.org, approximately 20% of adults have been diagnosed with GERD, but it can also affect children and infants. The most common symptom of GERD is heartburn or acid indigestion. This may feel like burning or chest pain that starts behind your breastbone and then moves upward to your neck and throat. It may also feel like the food is coming back up or leaving an acid or bitter taste in your mouth. It's important to treat your GERD and to be mindful of the food that you eat. This condition has been linked to other serious health concerns and if not treated can lead to breathing issues, coughing, hiatal hernias, and sleep disturbances, and even cancer of the esophagus. Recently, we've experienced an increase in our customers asking for ways to alleviate nighttime GERD or acid reflux. While we haven't pinpointed why the problem seems to be increasing, we know what tools we have available to help you find nighttime relief. Relief from GERD starts with your diet. There are some foods that you may need to steer clear of and only consume in moderation or eliminate entirely from your diet. Foods you will want to avoid are fried foods, fast foods, pizza, potato chips, and other processed snacks, chili powders and peppers, and you'll want to steer clear of the fatty meats such as bacon and sausage and cheese, only to be consumed in moderation. Other foods that can cause some of these problems include tomato-based sauces, citrus fruits, chocolates, peppermint, and carbonated beverages. But hold on, don't worry. There are some foods that can help alleviate your symptoms and help balance out your gut. Those include high-fiber foods like whole grains, oatmeal, couscous, and brown rice, root vegetables. Some of my favorites are sweet potatoes, carrots, and beets, fresh green vegetables such as asparagus, broccoli, and green beans. You'll also want to add alkaline foods to your diet. Those include bananas, melons, cauliflower, fennel, and nuts to combat the acid and neutralize it. Eating foods that have a high water content can also dilute and weaken stomach acid, such as cooked veggies, celery, cucumber, lettuce, watermelon, cantaloupe, broth-based soups, and herbal teas. While diet may not completely cure what ails you, we highly recommend investing in comfort. For instance, an adjustable base is the most effective of the answers we have for you. While an adjustable base can raise your head and body to an angle that keeps stomach acid down and lets you sleep without sudden GERD impulses, let gravity do its work and help you sleeping all the way through the night. Wedge pillows are pillows that lift your head and angle your entire body at a 45-degree angle. Wedge pillows are great for more budget-oriented purchases or in cases where your bedroom furniture cannot work with an adjustable base. For simple and quick solutions, drop by the LiveWell store of your choice and let us help you find relief from GERD and acid reflux and help you get your sleep back. I hope you found this week's Eat Well to Live Well once again informational and inspirational. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to receive more videos just like this one. Until next time.
You like books.
I love books. Did that Eat Well to Live Well sound remotely familiar?
Yeah, I think I pretty much just said my script verbatim when I answered that question, and maybe I went on a really long rant that I could have just highlighted and given
No, you gave the whole Eat Well to Live Well.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
No, but
It's really that important to me.
Well, no,
Work
what
on
I
this
what I
work.
get from it is that you were really learning this stuff and you're really doing the eat well to live well out of a passion, and I appreciate it.
I am, man. And you know,
Could you tone down your passion though, maybe? Just
so
like,
one
I
of the
don't know.
things that, you know, in that video,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that I didn't rant on about earlier was the adjustable bases and the pillows.
Yep.
That's a game changer. So
We've had several people that have bought adjustable bases strictly because they have really bad nighttime GERD.
and we have bases that are specifically designed just for GERD.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Instead of like bending in the middle, the whole thing is.
Yep. It's
Like
a
that.
beautiful, beautiful thing. Yep.
We should have a robot show where we just do robot.
With that, we're gonna tell you bye because
Oh,
she's
wait,
gonna
no.
go off again.
I was gonna say you really love books, and then
Yes.
we kind of
Oh,
went
and
off.
you're gonna do a pun.
Where do books sleep?
Where do books sleep?
Come on, you know this one.
No, I don't.
Under the covers.
See you all next week. Bye.